What's going on, Chase for the Chip Fantasy League? Confiding with the Commission, episode, I think 6. We're going to go with 6. Got the fellas here. We got Snow Bunnies, now changed his name to...
Yeah, you're going to have to say that for us.
You're going to have to go with that one. How do you say that name?
Jackson Smith, Najigbas in Paris.
Fair enough. And then we got, of course, Middleburg football team here. Got the fellas. Going to do a little podcast style just because, the boy's been busy. Got a new apartment, moving in. Busy fellas. So, yeah, we're going to just kind of run with it. Kind of run with the episode. It's going to be one you just plug in the old earbuds and go about your day and get into it. But without further ado, let's just go into last week's stuff. We'll start off with a huge matchup. Najigbas in Paris versus Kois. I'll let you start. This is your matchup.
Boy, I think before this week, both Brody and I were putting up some pretty rough numbers. We were both squeaking out some wins, but I didn't. I sat Devontae Adams thinking that maybe it would break the curse, and it got me some decent points. But he had fucking Devin Singletary, this scrub from nowhere who had never put up more than 10 points, just dropped 23 points, and then Tyler Lockett with a last minute TD, and Mike Evans was balling out.
Yeah,
it's He had a good week.
He
got lucky.
Yeah, he did have a good week, and I mean, this was the one week I feel like Josh Allen just didn't. Yeah. If Josh Allen did anything the past 3 weeks, you win this matchup. Yeah, for sure.
James Cook put over 100 yards, even with a fumble.
Does it kind of hurt seeing Geno Smith though drop 25 there? I mean,
no, I was between him and Brock just because Geno had such a good matchup,
you would
and
never
he just
bench
got
him for
absolutely
Josh Allen,
dumpstered. And I would. I mean, Josh Allen's capable of putting up close to 40 points. There's no way I'm benching him for Geno Smith.
No, I don't blame you.
It is nice to see though. It gave me a little trade leverage, which happened to give me John Taylor in this week. So
I did. We did get that trade. That's some big news there. I think it kind of got swept under. Nobody really talked about it, so we'll probably get into that today a little bit later. But Koi's got the dub there. That was a huge matchup. You guys were tied going into it. I don't know if it really means anything for the league because I think both of you guys are going to playoffs regardless.
Yeah.
But
gives him a little bit more cushion.
It does give him a cushion for sure. And then we got the next matchup. Middleburg football team. Take this one away, my guy.
CD Lamb. That's all I got,
it's
man.
The curse.
It's just
that guy's been killing it, dude.
I mean, I had Madison go out in the first half.
Yeah.
Not that I was expecting to get a lot out of him, but 4.3. If I could have put up like 115 and CD Lamb didn't drop 40 on me, I would have had a good shot.
Dude, he's been wild. I'm actually just curious. CD Lamb's let's see his last, right here. So he's dropped 39, 28, 41, 18 is his last 4 weeks. I mean, that's some top tier shit.
I'll give Ace a win. We're pretty much tied for the year. Then I think I beat him by 22, and he beat me by 22, or something like that.
First week of the rematches, man.
So we're pretty much even.
Broke even.
I would like to see him on the calendar, though.
Do you know who won you and Brody's first? I mean, we could look it up.
Brody won.
So he's 2-0 on you? That's tough.
That's tough.
The first week I had him, he dropped 37 with the Cowboys defense, so that was pretty sweet.
Well, yeah, for real.
They were playing the Giants back then, and they played the Giants in our last matchup here, too.
Yeah, I mean, we got our ass whipped just as bad, but we put some points on the board at least.
I was very thankful.
Going from 182 to 102 is just...
I
had a couple of buys. That's the one thing. I got one free win off of Brody because his like 3 of his best 4 players were on bye week when I beat him.
Yeah.
And then I don't think Asa had a single starter on a bye week this week.
Well, you know what really sucks, man, is you were 5-4 going into this, and then you're like, man, if I get a win, I'm right there.
Yeah.
And then your team puts the stinker of all stinkers up, and that's like the worst time to do that.
Well, that would have made the Joe Burrow injury hurt that much more. So now seeing that he got hurt, I'm like, that's whatever. If I could just squeak out one more win, I'm If I could squeak out 2 more and go 500, I'd be happy.
You got Cooper Kupp coming back with Matt Stafford.
Yeah,
and there's talks of Justin Jefferson might not be this week, but next week coming back, and that's way earlier.
Next week's his bye week, though, isn't it?
Oh, so that's what is that his bye week? Yeah. So
we'll be back for week 14, and I'm playing you. So
which is, I mean, you could.
Yeah,
anything's possible, baby. Any given Sunday, but that could work out. And I mean, especially if you made playoffs, which is not out of the question yet. Derek Carr being your backup quarterback is scary though. Because he got benched halfway.
This is old. I dropped him.
Oh, you don't have him anymore? Yeah, this is just what your lineup for the league.
I dropped him since, and I picked up the Rams starting running back. Because I figured Matt Stafford's coming back, but they're gonna.
Okay.
But they probably might not go to him as
much.
Might not be slinging that thing as much as he normally does.
For sure. So yeah, I mean, good win for Asa. He needed it. That was his lifeline right there. If he loses that, I mean, he's actually mathematically eliminated.
We got to look up everybody's schedule for the rest of the season.
It kind of spices things up too, because now there's a solid 3. You got Calendar, Jonesing for the chip, and John, Ricky Riggs, all kind of contending for that bottom spot.
Right.
There's no one safe.
Very scary. It's very scary. And Ricky Riggs, I was playing COD with him last night, and he was pretty sad because I asked him if he was practicing his poses up. And he was like, it's too soon, He got all sad. Because it really sucks. Mark Andrews, who's been keeping Ricky Riggs' team alive, went down. Season done. And John's had more career season ending.
That's so tough, man. Great for me. Fuck that guy, but
yeah, that helped you.
Especially since I'm getting rid of my top scoring running back this week for John Taylor, who's on bye. So I'm hoping I can still squeak out that dub this week.
Right. We'll get into that because that is spicy. That could we'll see where that goes. But then we got debatably the best matchup of the week. It was Allen DeGens versus Jones for the chip. Again, a lot riding on the line for both these guys because you got Jones for the chip, who's flirting with that bottom last place spot, and you got Allen, who's in a similar position as you, trying to claw his way into the playoffs.
And Allen squeaks it out with one player on that Monday game, right? Wasn't it Breece Hall? I'm pretty sure it was Vegas Jets, wasn't it?
I thought it was Dalton Kincaid because Buffalo had the Monday game.
Yeah, no, you're right. And he was the only one getting anything from the Bills.
No?
I must have.
I don't think he did. I mean,
oh no, that was Jacob's Monday game. Actually, I'm thinking about it because we were watching Joe Burrow. He was not Joe Burrow.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Yeah, you needed Josh Allen to put up points, and he threw 2 interceptions.
Well, to be fair, the first interception was through Gabe Davis's hands. It would have been a dime piece, and he just dropped it right into a defender's arms.
Yeah, that's tough.
You needed him to go for like 28. And I think he put up 8.
Not even. I needed him to get 22 points.
Which is like his normal. Less than his average.
That's like
Josh Allen's been QB1, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this matchup right here, though, is tough. Jones just can't catch a break. He's a high-scoring team, but just it's not working out for him.
We got to talk a little bit about this volatility, I think.
I think he knows at this point. I think he doesn't have much of a leg to stand on. He might be a top-scoring team in the league, but that record is what that record is. A very, very big possibility. This man is on the calendar on our walls, boys. Very big possibility.
With the highest-scoring week in the league.
With the highest record-breaking score of all Trace for the Chip history.
Is that what keeps him out of it if there's a tie for last place?
Yeah, so it'll be, if there's a tie, it'll be whoever has the least amount of points scored.
Yep.
So
Asa's still by far the least.
Yeah, Asa's right there.
Yeah, Asa's.
So, I mean...
I think I got like 100 points on him, if that. But.
Yeah. Yes. Ugh. I mean, I'm excited. It's almost more fun to see these bottom teams. Like, there's... I feel like there's more on the line. Like, talking to these low record teams, the guys, they're like... Boy, they don't want to be on the calendar, dude. They want nothing to do with it.
I don't know about Allen. He probably feels a little safer than I do since he put up 142 this week.
I think Allen's very safe.
Yeah, he's safe. I put up 102 this week, too. I'm not... I don't think I'm going to be on the calendar, but it's still like in the back of my mind, like, you could lose out.
You could.
And these guys can definitely win 2 games.
I just don't know if all 3 of them will win 2 games in 4 weeks.
I sure hope not.
Just based on that's like more than half of the games they've already won up to this point. So
I think I play I don't think I play Allen again, but I'm playing Austin now, and I definitely play who else is tied for last? I definitely play John. I play John again as well. I could lose to those guys, give them both a free win.
Schedule here.
Technically speaking, though, there's not a statistically safe team.
So Middleburg football team, you got Baked
don't play John again.
Myself, you got You got a gauntlet here coming up, dude.
I'm aware. I looked at it. I need to sneak one in for sure.
That's tough. Yeah.
Actually, I played Jacob the last week.
I think you'll be okay here. This guy's been on a baked vet has not looked great. Let's look at.
Let's get back through the recap.
Before we start digging the old heels in. I could tell he's getting sad too. He's not talking too much shit these days, dude. Yeah. His team's not been doing great. Speaking of that game, we got baked vet versus touchdowns.
Holy.
Touchdowns blew this guy's doors in, 170-97.
What happened to this Dak Prescott guy? What the fuck?
Yeah, I
mean, dude's
mean,
been on a tear.
Dak Prescott putting up almost 40 burger as a QB is pretty insane. He's
just
QB
bullying
6.
all the dog shit teams in the league right now.
Yeah, and their schedule only gets better.
These last 4 weeks, the last 4 games.
Look at Dak's remaining schedule too. He's
playing the Panthers, Washington, Seattle, Philly. Yeah, his remaining schedule is really nice.
Good.
Yeah, really nice. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Baked Vet's team here. Trevor Lawrence putting up 2 fantasy points is crazy. That's crazy.
It's crazy, especially too, because the receivers weren't all like Calvin Ridley's been horrible. I feel so bad for whoever drafted him pretty high.
Allen
got Calvin Ridley.
And he looked good the first week or two.
Yeah,
that first week he had like 22 points at halftime, I think.
Yeah. Christian Kirk really just kind of took over as the WR1.
Right.
The wide receiver 1. I think for like 8 weeks straight, Christian Kirk scored more points than Calvin Ridley. So
no, I believe it. But back to Baked Vet's squad though, like the only gleaming, like shiny glimmer of hope that he has.
Wilson.
Zach motherfucking Wilson. That's his running backs.
Yeah,
Joe Mixon and Robinson.
Joe Mixon's stock just went up for sure.
Ryan Robinson's good too.
I think Robinson's like top 5 running back. 6. He's 6.
Yep.
That's pretty good, solid. Joe Mixon. 7th.
Actually, no, he had a scroll down to his bench.
Patty Mahomes. Yeah, the bye weeks killed him.
Yeah, he has DeAndre Swift on the bye week. DeAndre Swift's about to go off.
That's very true. I completely forgot about that.
I'm not big on DeAndre Swift just because of the tush push. This dude's never going to score touchdowns. He could put up 150 yards in a game, which is pretty good for a running back, and he'll still only have 15 points.
Yeah, no.
His ceiling is
Devontae
just
Smith
so
too.
limited.
Devontae Smith is about to go crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't Goddard get injured?
Goddard did get injured. I don't know how bad or severe. He's doubtful, so he's not. He'll be back probably in a week or 2.
Devontae Smith's going to put up 25 this
pretty
week.
Good, too.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, but what's so scary is, like, you got 4 Phillies, a Kansas City. You got the 2 teams that are going to get the bye weeks, and so there might sit some starters if you make a playoff push. They might rest some dudes. So that's always a scary situation. And then you got a touchdown squad. They're just coming alive. Sam Howell, Dak Prescott, QB5.
He put up 170 and Etienne put up 6. That's wild.
What are we doing as a league just letting this man revive like this?
It's crazy.
2 swindled trades, in my opinion, for Michael. Michael got the better deal in both trades.
What trades are you referring to?
The Tanner and then Austin trades.
The Justin Jefferson trade?
Yeah,
no, it's looking like... unless Tanner wins out, then he's got in playoffs. But we knew that from the get-go.
Since Michael's gotten Puka, he's had a bye week. He's put up 8. He's put up 6, and he put up 20.
Who was the other player in that trade?
It was just 1 for 1.
Just 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if I'd call that a swing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I made out because Matt Stafford did get hurt.
the week you traded him Puka did pop off when he was playing against you.
I think that week, I don't remember, but I think
and Michael beat you that week.
That didn't make the difference, though.
What's wild, too, is Michael has Jahmyr Gibbs, right, who did nothing early on.
And just started
But the past 3 games he's played
Montgomery's
in...
back now.
But the past 3 games he's played in 27,
29,
29, 26. And this was with Montgomery. I mean...
a high percentage of snaps.
If I got a running back who's doing these 2 weeks, I'm still playing him. I'm taking the shot. Granted, he didn't need it, but I mean, look.
Yeah, but who's he going to replace? I guess maybe his flex. Yeah, I would have put him.
Yeah, I would have put him at the flex. Rashad White has actually been playing really well, consistently. It's just Buccaneers suck, so nobody really hears about him too much.
But I mean, Austin lost that trade.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So obviously hard.
Yeah, Ayuk and Eckler.
Austin Eckler. Yeah. And Brandon Ayuk, the number 1 receiver in San Francisco, Brock's favorite target.
Well, yeah, because Debo's been hurt a lot, so that's
So Ayuk is a clear. Even with Debo back last week, Ayuk was his favorite, and George Kittle. He didn't really target Debo that much.
Who else did he get in the trade? It was Austin Eckler.
Was it 3 for 3?
Yeah, there was 3 guys.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
That's all Austin really got,
I guess we gotta look at Austin's squad here.
He's screaming at us right now. It was a good deal.
Austin, you're contended for the bottom now. Josh Jacobs has done nothing for you.
Did he get it?
Who else did he get in there?
I have no idea.
Probably dropped him.
Potentially.
Yeah, if he did get anybody, it wasn't worth a shit. That's for sure.
No. Did he get DJ Moore? Or did he have DJ Moore?
I think, yeah.
He had DJ Moore. You remember when him?
Yeah, he did get DJ Moore.
He had DJ Moore.
6th overall by Jones for the chip.
He had him already. So who even knows? Josh Jacobs is the only relevant.
It was a bad trade. Looking back, hindsight.
Horrible.
It didn't work out great for the boy.
So lopsided. And it's helping Michael just put up pretty dominant weeks.
I mean, it really is. His running backs are stacked. His QBs are stacked. His wide receivers are not stacked by any stretch. And his tight end is not. But just...
Wide receivers ain't bad, though.
Wide receivers are very serviceable.
But then again, if C.J. Stroud has a big week, Tank Dell's dropping 20 at least.
Yeah. Right. C.J. Stroud has been playing good, but we'll see. Who are they playing this week? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know. And then we got Ricky Riggs, Captain Commish rematch here. I had Keenan Allen put up 40. That's kind of tough to overcome that. When you get... Poor John. I know he needed this one.
Yeah, having Montgomery come back and then having Jahmyr Gibbs.
Diggs, Goose Egg,
majority of the runs.
Pollard, terrible.
But even still, squeaking out. You got Baker Mayfield over there. He had a good week that week, but he's been dropping some pretty low games.
Yeah.
Taylor Heineke, that's rough.
Yeah, the QBs are looking tough all around, except for Michael.
It really is. The QBs are looking tough. I mean
there's some teams with pretty.
I mean, I got Jalen Hurts.
You got good QBs.
I got Hurts and Herbert 4 and 3.
Okay,
those are pretty good.
Half of us have. Actually, I would before this last week. I would have put Allen in the hurting for the QBs, but
there is at least. I agree
really
though.
well.
There is at least half this league that has one really good QB and then
Asa.
One pretty
bad. Yeah, we're all hurting bad.
Yeah.
Well, what's tough is, I mean, really, there's only probably 15 QBs that are worth... The difference between QB 15 and QB 20 is, like, minimal as hell. So, I mean, if you only get 15 to 10 good QBs, that makes sense. But, I mean, yeah, John just, his team, aside from Kamara and... Montgomery did look good coming back. Deebo Samuel looked okay coming back. But just the supporting cast didn't really do much for the boy.
No.
Tough.
Michael Thomas in there is rough.
Right, yeah. Michael Thomas. Andrews going down.
Jameson Winston fucking splitting snaps.
I mean, even with the 6 points he got, or 4 points he got, he's still position 3. That's tough.
He's a beast of a tight end.
Yeah, he
is.
He's
a legit player.
The guy's a beast. I don't know how... Get this in my face. I don't know how he's gonna bounce back this week.
I'll just throw it out there now. Trade deadline's the 29th, so some people definitely got to get a little bit more active here. Asa's more willing to trade, which I was happy about, but you should be definitely, if you're in that position like John is, you gotta finesse something.
I agree. The thing is, I think with John's situation is just his team is so battered. Like, the only trade you're gonna make is
a 2-for-1.
Is a 2-for-1, or giving up one of the few guys that actually do something.
But
for
you need some sort of stability. You can't
you
can't be projecting 120 lower and expecting to not be on that calendar.
For sure. Godspeed, boys. You bottom boys. I don't know who I even want to be on the calendar. If Asa, John, or Austin, that's
all great candidates.
It's all good candidates. I think they'll all have fun with it. It'll all be a good calendar.
I'm pretty happy it's not Michael, just because I think he would.
I think Austin
take it way too far.
Austin
way
would.
Too much.
If Austin gets on the calendar, I at least need 1 month where he does the ski flip with her hair like back in the day. I need that for sure.
We need like a sexy soccer uniform or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe put his old Kelsey Roney's old
maybe like a cutoff one or something.
Yeah, put his old sister's uni on. Short shorts, dude. Put the ball where you
sports bra in the shorts.
Oh,
yeah, dude, I'm game for that.
Totally.
I'm very game for that.
Totally.
Let's get into predictions of this week, boys. We only got 4 weeks left. I'd like to start with Coy's calendar, just because it's already after Thursday. A calendar had Lamar Jackson play, who killed it, looked great. So this very well could be a calendar win. What do you boys got on the predictions for this one?
You know what? I made my predictions before that game, and I'll stick to it.
All right. I made my predictions before the games, too. Well, during the game, I should say.
I want to root for Asa, I do, but I just feel like he consistently comes under his projection. So do I. It's fine. I'm not talking shit. We both do. It's terrible. So I'm going Coys. He's got CMC. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll at least hit his prediction.
Travis Kelce back this week, too.
He'll at least hit his prediction.
Travis Kelce last week.
He's got Travis Kelce and A-Chain coming back this week.
I don't know.
I don't know if he starts A-Chain this week.
He's got him in the lineup right now.
I don't know if he's gonna. He's probably
look at Montgomery.
He's probably gonna have a welcoming committee. They're not gonna just throw him in there and.
I mean, even when he was playing, it was by committee. Mostert was like the running back one, and oops.
And they have Jeff Wilson to at least be in there. He's not doing anything, but he can take some of the pressure.
Yeah, this guy was doing what he was doing off 8 carries.
Yeah. That's insane.
8 carries, 11 carries.
Dude, I've had Madison go for like 12 carries and put up 6.
And I mean, they have a pretty favorable matchup too. Las Vegas. I mean,
oh, for sure. No, they got a great matchup, and Miami kills the bad teams. They lose against the good teams, and they kill the bad teams. So
I would also say though, if Devin Singletary, if Dameon Pierce isn't back this week for the Texans, and they're playing Arizona, probably one of the worst defenses as well. With a heavy, he just came off a week with 23. I don't know. I might start Devin Singletary.
I think I actually heard it was confirmed that Singletary would be the main starter. Yep. Pierce isn't quite ready.
I don't know, man.
But I mean, and also you got Cowboys D again, and they're versing Carolina. So I mean, that's double-digit points, easy peasy.
Tyler Lockett just had a great game.
Yep.
Mike Evans always going to get you some points. I think it's just Coys.
Yeah, it's Coys. I also have Coys written down here, so it looks like we all got the same one on that one, fellas. Yeah, no, I'm going Coys for sure. Sorry, Asa. Now we got Riggy Riggs and Jigbas in Paris.
Yep.
Big matchup. Riggy Riggs already had some guys here go, and they didn't score. Aside from Justin Tucker, who actually did pretty good points for a kicker.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Mark Andrews going down sucks, and Boyd, didn't really give you much. So I got the Jigbas winning this one. I'm assuming you have yourself as well.
Yeah,
I put Snow Bunnies. I wasn't going to be... the team formerly known as Snow Bunnies. I had them winning before the game last night.
I'm surprised you changed it. The Snow Bunnies was classic.
Yeah, I was just losing with that name. So
that's true. You had to get a change up. Yeah. That's fair.
No, I also have myself. I think even with this trade, taking James Conner out of my lineup.
He's got Jake Elliott.
Jake Elliott
is he still the number one kicker in the league?
He's got to be.
3. He's dropped down.
Yeah, he's had a couple rough weeks.
Couple rough.
The Eagles
put up 9.
The Eagles figured out how to get into the end zone.
No, he put up 1 last week, right?
No, one of the weeks, but
oh damn.
I get worried about this though. The Jets against Josh Allen is already struggling.
My only super worry.
They play like as good as whatever team they're playing though. You know what I mean? Like they don't.
The Bills.
They'll be all right.
That's kind of he's kind of matchup proof in bad and good ways because he puts up bad points against bad teams and then good points against good teams and defense. It doesn't make any sense.
And he's just
especially after last week. I bet he comes out and gets you 20.
Right. I mean, he's one of those guys that no matter what, you drafted him so early. Like, you got to he starts every week. Doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter. He's always
He starts. Yeah, I know.
And Devontae Adams I put back in. He had a great week last week against the Jets. He only put up 14 points, but against Sauce Gardner, that's pretty impressive. I mean, that's one of the highest
one of the best corners in the league.
Yeah.
But not for nothing, too, we just talked about Miami torching the bad teams. If Miami gets a crazy lead, Las Vegas is just going to throw the ball. They're just going to be slinging it to catch up.
Made it very clear that Devontae's his favorite. Jacob E. Myers isn't really as relevant anymore.
He's had a couple low weeks.
What did Devontae Adams put up last week?
Wasn't very good.
Jets,
15 points.
Against the Giants, he only put
Jacoby got up 4.
I mean, his last 3 weeks has not looked good. 14, 7, 2.
No, but the 2 and the 7 were with Jimmy G. And then they switched to Aiden O'Connell with the Jets. And the Jets have the best defense against any receivers.
They had Aiden O'Connell against the Giants, but they just pounded the rock because we were getting our ass whipped.
That's right.
The Jets, what I love to see when it comes to receiver is 13 targets, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's throwing the rock 13 times to him against a good defense. Against Miami, he should be able to torch. So, yeah, I got you in this matchup. Tough for my boy Riggy Riggs. It's going to be a hard one to swallow this week, I think, for him. But anyway, then we got Jones for the chip versus Middleburg football team. This is a huge matchup, I think, as well, because, again, like we said, Jones is fighting to not be last. Middleburg football team's fighting to get in the playoffs. Who you got, boys?
Again, so I made my prediction yesterday, and trying to help out the boys for the predictions for the year. I'm gonna give it to Austin. My team is just coming off 102. It's not looking good. That being said, Austin could put up, if it's like a battle for 100, then maybe I take him. But I don't think it's gonna be a good week for me.
I think you need a lot to go right.
Yep.
Like, I think Miami needs to get a super huge lead, and then they're like, oh, we're just going to run with A-Chain and Mostert, and then have one of those weeks for you. I don't know. But you have great matchups, man. You're versing...
That's what I was about to say.
I might switch
Cardinals.
That's great.
After Trevor Lawrence last week, I might switch Engerman for Cole Kmet because
I
have no faith in Trevor Lawrence right now.
Yeah,
you should have Evan Engerman.
But, I mean, straight up, you got Arizona, Vegas, Seattle, Vegas, Denver, Tennessee, Seattle, Giants. You have great matchups across the whole fucking board, aside from Joe Burrow against Baltimore when he got hurt anyway. So
Matt Stafford's just coming back, so I'm like, is Cooper Kupp gonna do like number one pick type things for me? Probably not.
Jordan Love's just
I'll probably get like 16 out of him.
Not a fantasy point player, not a good player in the NFL.
If C.J. Stroud comes out and goes for 30,
Kenneth Walker's been kind of lackluster, and Geno's throwing a lot right now.
This could be a big Addison week, though.
I think this could.
I hope so.
I think this really could go either ways, but I think Jones in for the chip has a little bit more consistency, so that's the way I'm leaning.
So yeah, I also have Jones for the chip winning this one, but it would not surprise me if we've seen
it could go either way.
We've seen his team, put up a few sub 3-digit games. So
he is coming off a pretty decent week, so maybe he'll drop.
That's what I mean. Usually it's like every other, so he might have a bad week, and that's all you really need from him.
The only good thing with Joe Burrow going out is at least Jamar Chase only put up 9 points.
Yeah, that's true. And I do think this is going to be a big week for you, though. I think you'll score around like 140.
And also in your favor, Adam Thielen's not been putting up any numbers recently, with Bryce Young being pretty trash.
So that's the thing too. So who the hell's their head coach? The Panthers head coach, Frank Reich. He, in the beginning of the season when Adam Thielen was crushing it, he was calling the plays.
Yeah.
Right in this timeline right in here when he was playing great. And then after the bye week, they gave it to the offensive coordinator to call plays, and you just saw a huge drop in production from him. Yeah. Frank Wright took over play calling this week, so Adam Thielen, everyone's expecting a big Adam Thielen week.
And you also have DJ Moore with the Browns will be starting their third string QB, not Paul Walker or whatever.
PJ Walker,
yeah. They'll be starting.
Right here. This feels disrespectful, but
I'm
playing the waivers, man.
You got to. You have to. Granted,
I'm talking about. I picked up the Commanders' defense against the Giants.
There is a possibility Tyrod's back for that game, though, so you should monitor that.
I don't know if he'll be back for that one, but I will say, Giants versus Commanders. Giants have been bad since 2016. Well, last year we were actually top 4 in the NFC, but take last year out of it. Giants have been bad since 2016. And the last 15 matchups that we've played Washington, we've beaten them 10. So even when we're bad, we always beat Washington. So we beat them this year too.
Saquon can only do so much. You can start him at QB. You can start him at running back.
Fantasy at this point, I don't have high hopes for. I would love to watch a game of Giants football on Sunday and actually enjoy it because it's been fucking brutal.
Oh, it's been tough. But I'll tell you what, dude, I'm just gonna let them keep losing this year because I can't wait to get one of these 2 stud QBs and have the Giants have like a star QB, dude. Oh, I can't.
Although the Panthers have probably the number 1 pick, don't they? Who's actually going to?
But that Panthers,
Titans.
That Panther pick was traded because they got what the hell's his name? Bryce Young. They traded 2 first-rounders to the Bears.
To
get Bryce Young last.
Does the NFL have a lottery like the NBA?
No.
Oh, it's just decided.
Yeah. So the
probably better.
Panthers either have the 1st or 2nd pick, which goes
to Chicago. Yeah. So right now the Giants are number 2. It's Chicago.
They probably won't take it.
The Giants, Chicago, I believe.
Yeah. So the Bears might be good.
And the Bears got Justin Fields.
They're gonna deal him quick.
So we'll see what they do. Even if they pick a quarterback, that leaves the other stud. I love both Drake May and Caleb Williamson, so I'd be happy with either guy.
The Bears are gonna be good next year.
Yeah, we will see.
Next year is their year.
But yeah, so this should be a good matchup though, and then we all went Jones for the chip there. What else we got? So then we got Baked Vet Allen DeGens. This matchup, fellas.
I want to say I put this up before Joe Mixon went for 21 points.
I don't think it matters. I think Allen still wins this.
I don't know, man. This is what Steven does, dude.
No, you have Josh Dobbs coming off absolute heaters. Kyler Murray back in form.
Yeah, you're looking at the numbers. Look at Steven's results, though.
Allen just wins.
The boy's 6-4 for a goddamn reason.
He did hex the league, but his powers are way down.
Allen, I'm sorry. My prediction. I'm going for big bet. I think he's got
big
it.
bet locked in. Big bet.
If you just look at this, Josh Dobbs, Kyler Murray, Saquon, who's
I
going to get
understand what the
majority of the
numbers say.
snaps, Breece Hall getting majority of the snaps for his team, Tyreek Hill with a bad defense.
But this is big. This is big.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, a top 4 wide receiver for the past 4 weeks. This is an easy call. Sam Laporta.
I'll be playing this back for you when Steven takes it.
I do hear that, but I just watched Trevor Lawrence put 2 fantasy points up, so I'm not hyped on Jacksonville. And then you got Pat Mahomes versus Philly. That's wild.
DeAndre Swift, who's going to get you max 15
Pat
points.
Mahomes will be all right.
It is Pat Mahomes, but he's had his. He's not like he's not killing it this year. He's had his stinker weeks where 13, 5,
coming
2,
off a bye?
19, 15, coming off a bye. So we'll see how that goes. But
Who did they play?
They got Philly,
dude. Yeah, that could be a stinker week for him too. Philly's defense is pretty fucking crazy. I don't know. I think you're crazy for taking baked vet in this. I think this. Yeah,
maybe.
This is easily.
This is like a
Allen's
scroll all the way down.
Oh, okay.
Game log. There you go.
What do you put up against? Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
No.
I think you're kind of. I don't know. What do you think, Tor? What do you think?
I got straight up. I got where the hell is it? I got Allen DeGeneres.
Yeah, I think it's an easy call.
I got Allen DeGeneres.
He's got much better players with good matchups. I don't see any way.
We'll see, though, because, Tanner does make a good point. I mean, he does.
Joe Mixon put up a great week.
If I go to schedule, and I go to Baked Vet Squad, I mean, notoriously, the teams that verse him put up their worst weeks. And they already played Allen. He beat Al last time, so that's
did put up 140 that week. That was his second highest. He put up 151.
Yeah, he had to throw the blitz.
Yeah,
on
he had to do
that too. Yeah, throw the house at the boy.
Dude's averaging like 117. He puts up 150 on you.
Alan, if you're listening to this, these boys are crazy. You're absolutely winning this week.
I got Al. I got Jones for the chip. I mean, not Jones.
You're
I got
questioning it.
I'm going for the upset.
It should be.
I like
undisputed.
the underdog.
Tanner likes the underdog.
I would give that my dog shit bowl of the week just because I think Allen's going to blow Stevens back out.
You think so, for real?
Yeah. He's got such great matchups with significantly better players.
I think my dog should have bowled the weeks in the jig was in Paris versus Riggy Rig. I think you're going to blow his doors in. He already has 3 players that played. 2 of them put up stinkers.
Okay, before Thursday, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard to
Yeah,
but I hear you.
That is fair.
And then we got the final game. This is a huge one, boys. Touchdowns on the hottest hot streak in the league. I think, he won 3 or 4 in a row now?
Yep.
Versus Captain Commish.
Captain Commish versus
so
Captain Commish 2.0.
So you obviously take yourself here.
Yes. I do not. This is the first time I've ever got... I did not pick myself. I have touchdowns winning this week. I just like his matchups too much. Dak Prescott against Carolina, Sam Howell against the Giants.
You have just great matchups everywhere.
He's got, Tampa Bay, Arizona, Green Bay. Like, just an onslaught of dog shit teams that his players are versing. I think this is a real possibility of touchdowns breaking 200 this week. And I don't think my squad can do that this week.
It could be.
I'm going against the grain here again. I just can't root for Michael. I'm saying Captain Commish.
Respect.
I also touchdowns, though.
All right.
I don't know. Michael's been riding so hot for so long. I just feel like it's got to fall off at some point. Come hang out with the rest of us.
I don't think this is.
Where's your fucking 115 weeks?
His matchups.
He's gonna be so mad at me.
So good.
I'm gonna get a text as soon as this gets posted.
If I go to the schedule, let's see what Michael's been doing lately. Where the hell is he?
It's been. You don't want to look at it, dude.
What the hell?
It's absurd.
Touch of down. Yeah, thank Austin for that one, buddy.
So, he went on 4 L's, a win, an L, and then 4 in a row.
Like 173?
128, 165, 186, 170.
You know where his win streak starts?
It starts Middleburg football team, Tanner.
when
he only
Austin,
put up 128.
When
though.
Austin traded him is when his win streak started. That same week is when Austin and him traded.
Was that the case?
Yep.
Did that happen? Let's see. Oh, he had Josh Jacobs here still.
Okay,
So the week after. But I mean, this was a week win. I mean,
and then he just went on 3 heaters.
Yeah, then
I think that was a tough bye week for me. Give me that.
I agree.
I had a tough bye week playing you, too.
Yeah, the bye weeks are killers, boys, straight
But
up.
if there's any more evidence that
for
Austin made the worst trade of this league this year, it's that. Michael went on 3 straight. 160 plus.
You can hate on Michael, but it might just put Austin on the calendar, so that'll be payback.
That's hilarious.
That's true.
Good on you, Austin. Great job, man.
I think he's going to get that. Yeah, I think Austin's going to be on the... I don't know. I don't know who I think is going to be on the calendar.
After this week, I think we'll have a better idea.
Yeah, I do too.
Down to 2 guys.
Unless all the bottom teams lose, and it's like
Or
now they're... Yeah. Or they all win, and now it's like, now you have to win 4 games to the... That's... them 5-5 teams are... That's what
we
it's
pull
going
it
to
out
get
this
scary.
week, Alan.
Getting a little spooky.
Yeah, that gets spooky. But yeah, like I said, his matchups are too nice. I don't see me putting up 200. I can truly see him putting up 200.
I think Tony Pollard's going to make up and get 2 touchdowns.
I need him to.
I completely...
He hasn't gotten one all season.
Disagree, because Dak Prescott is then just throwing out of his mind, and CD Lamb has been catching every single ball.
That's what scares me,
They don't
too.
need to run
Dude,
Tony Pollard.
They were up by like 25 points against the Giants, and they were still
And
just
Tony
like
Pollard-
throwing every down.
And Tony Pollard ran to the 1-yard line,
I'm
and then
pretty
they
sure-
threw to Jake Ferguson.
Oh, didn't they call it back? Didn't he get a touchdown? They called it
No,
back?
he didn't even get there. That was
the
at
week
the
before.
1-yard
That was the week
line,
before.
and then they threw it to
yeah.
Jake Ferguson.
So I think Tony Pollard broke
They have-
20 once, and it was that first week against the Giants when they
They
beat
have
him by
no
40.
respect on him
He's
anymore.
been
They don't
not
need
great.
it. It's insane.
Yeah, broke
6,
20.
9.
Broke 20 week 1. I had high hopes. I was like, my team's looking good.
Yeah.
And then
It's gone down, except for the Chargers game, it's gone continuously downhill.
Yep. Just Dak just picking up.
And it could
No.
scroll down again.
he's averaging 12.5. That's good out of like your
His
second.
his carries have dropped, but that's not because of like really another running backs come in. They're just throwing the pigskin.
Dak has just literally been balling out of his mind.
You know, like
And you have Dak on the other side, who
Right.
has been balling out.
hopefully they're just like, hey, we need a break. Let's run the ball.
They
It's
Dak-
Carolina.
They
puts
take
up
joy
10
in just
points, Tony
crushing
Pollard
teams.
puts up
Yeah,
40.
like, hey,
Well,
this
the
is
thing, their defense puts up 14. The offense like, well, we got to get something.
right. Like,
Yeah.
This is the Carolina fucking Panthers. Let's just run this
And
shit
the
down their
Panthers don't
throat.
even have a good defense.
No, it's
They want that first
There's
pick.
no
Let's give it to
saving
them.
grace.
That's terrible.
No, I think Michael's legitimate weakest asset on his team this week is probably Njoku.
Yeah, it's his tight end.
Yep. And Njoku's not a bad tight end either.
Yeah.
Sam
But-
Howell could go either way, but he's been playing great too.
Sam Howell could, because, I mean, like I said, the Giants always beat Washington. No, I don't even care if I jinx that, because if we lose, hey, I want that first pick.
But Sam Howell's
But
also kind
9
of been
points against the
balling out.
Giants last time. Not great. You know, we for some reason have Washington's number every year. I don't know why.
Maybe. I mean, your only other hope is Jahmyr Gibbs gets way less snaps with David Montgomery.
Yeah, hopefully there's like, actually, Montgomery's our guy.
Austin
Oh yeah,
Eckler's-
he's subbed Jahmyr Gibbs.
Austin
in,
Eckler dies of old age.
He just dies.
he is an old ass man. He
General
blows my
heart
mind.
failure.
Everything I saw before the season was like Austin Eckler's. Is he 30 or 31?
30, I think.
They're just like
31.
The fall off
Yeah.
of 30-year-old running
He's
backs.
been around for a
Over
while,
running back.
and he's been consistently great for like. No one. When people talk about the greats, I feel like they don't really show enough respect to Austin Eckler because he's got the stats to back it up.
I mean, Travis Etienne has a bad matchup in Tennessee. Their
He's-
rush defense
he's
is actually
rush.
pretty good.
ETN Jr.'s got to be top 5 running back. Yeah, 3. He's killing it.
But Tennessee does have a
If you
top
just
10
take the
rush
games Eckler
defense.
played,
I just don't know how you could call this. No offense, Thor, but I think Michael's got great matchups.
That's what I said. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said definitely. That's why I got touchdowns winning.
I think Michael wins this as well.
Yeah. And Tanner's got just so now so I could keep track.
Eckler missed 3 weeks and he's still ranked 23.
Yeah, no, he kills it. He's nasty.
He is a great running back.
So Tanner, I'll start with you, I guess. Just name off everybody you got winning quick, so I can watch this back and keep track of the stuff.
I got Austin winning. I'm sorry. I got
It's fine. I do it.
Okay. I got Austin winning. I got Brody winning. I got Jacob Lairway winning. I got Jacob Thornton winning. And I got Steven winning.
Okay.
I got touchdowns, Coys, Najigba's in Paris. Who are the other matchups? Jonesy for the chip, and then Allen Degenerates.
Yeah, we have the exact same. I got touchdowns, Coys, Najigbas, Allen Degens, and Jonesy for the chip.
Yeah.
So those were those predicts, boys. And then now, let's talk a little
Spiciness.
a little spiciness, a little shop. So straight up, I don't really have too many questions for you boys because we're kind of doing this like a little potty style. So you guys got anything going?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that trade that Ace and I?
Oh yeah, we did want to talk about that. So I don't know how to pull that up on the computers. Can you just tell me what it was?
It was John Taylor and Najee Harris for
Okay.
Geno Smith and James Conner.
And you had...
I had Geno Smith
Yeah.
and James Conner, and he had John Taylor. So
Okay.
John Taylor's on bye this week, so
Mhm.
I can't use him. So that's where Najee comes in because I'm getting rid of James Conner, so I need somebody to put in as a running back.
I think that's more than fair trade, honestly.
I think so. I think it's probably close to one of the more fair trades.
Yeah, I think it's a fair
we've
trade.
had.
Because,
I mean, what do I know? But if I was Asa, I probably wouldn't make that trade.
I mean, Asa is starting Kenny Pickett, which is
That's
not
the
good.
thing. You gotta look
Geno
at
Smith,
you
the
gotta look at
upgrade,
this
just there
situation.
alone is fucking nice.
But Geno's-
He had a good week last week, but the week before that, he put up 2.
But if you look at Geno's remaining schedule, it's easy, and he plays good.
Yeah, but if you're a guy that can put up
bad
2,
teams.
what is like? How much does the schedule really impact that? That's you.
Kenny Pickett can't put you more than 15 points. Geno at least has a floor of a decent amount of points.
Where's
Yeah,
Geno?
the Steelers' defense is on the field for 75% of the game.
Yeah, the Steelers defense wins them games, and their kicker, and not Kenny Pickett.
Where the hell is Geno anyway? There you
And
go.
those games, I've only watched one Steelers game, and it was fucking terrible.
13.
Yeah, they're just slugfest.
So 24, 2, 13, 13, 11, 9. Yeah, I mean, that
He at least has.
but that was against Baltimore, man. Their
He has-
defense
that's
is
fair.
crazy.
He has a floor, you know. Kenny Pickett could put you up 0 points. Yeah, well, not 0 points, but you know what I mean. His floor is much lower consistently.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett also has a 3.
Yeah.
He's got 2 3-point games.
Yeah, his floor is
against
so much
Jacksonville
lower.
and Houston. So yeah, Kenny Pickett hasn't even put anything higher than 18-point game together.
Yep. So I think Geno's
Got a higher
definitely
ceiling and a
upgrade.
higher floor.
And Geno has a really good remaining schedule. I was kind of hesitant to let him go just because I have Josh Allen on bye still. So
Yeah, and it's nice that that's my problem. I need a backup QB myself, but
What week he's on by?
13.
Who you playing?
Allen maybe.
Yeah, you're gonna need him.
Yeah.
James Conner's interesting because he started out so hot,
And then
he
this is the week he got injured, so you
Yeah.
can't really count that. And this is the week he came back. Can't really count that.
Right.
The San Fran has a really good defense as well, so I mean that makes sense.
What I
Getting
do
the-
like for it though, even when he came back from his injury, they still gave him the rock 16 times.
There's nobody
you know?
else but James
Yeah.
Conner on that team. So you're going to see a high volume. That's
Yeah.
how he gets points.
And if CeeDee Lamb can do his thing, DK Metcalf, what a stinker he's been, dude. Wide receiver 39,
Which is
crazy because when did he draft this guy? 3rd round, 30th overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say anything when that trade was going down, but every podcast I've listened to is just like the only reason DK Metcalf is worth anything is just name value. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I was like, he's dog shit.
He's not
You,
killing
you
it
see
at
that
all.
in a couple players. I mean, Devontae Adams has been that way.
How old is he?
Adams
Do you
has
know how
been.
old he is?
DK is probably like my age, 27.
Oh.
He hasn't
CeeDee
been really
Lamb
too
was
long.
that way for a
Huh?
long time this season. You know, that's another name. But he put up pretty subpar points
Nah,
for most of the season.
Let's see, what did he do? So, yeah, he I mean,
I mean, he
not
put up 25
great.
in week 2.
Dude, you're saying that's
by week 5, he wasn't exactly crushing it. He had one above 20.
But then he came back.
and then he
Also,
came back,
I mean,
yeah.
Is that him or is that Dak?
That's true, because Dak looked not great in the
Yeah.
beginning of the year.
I mean, I think I've been victim of that probably one of the most, if not the most, with Devontae Adams. You have a bad and Chris Olave.
I like
another
Jimmy G
stud.
at quarterback. I had Jacoby Myers.
You
I had a great
that
time.
was his guy.
I was sad to see him go.
That's because you couldn't throw more than 20 yards.
Hey man,
Yeah,
Jacoby Myers was
I got Jacoby Myers like 119.
Mm.
He's in my starting lineup.
But I think it's a super fair trade. I
I
think
did
John
too.
Taylor is really going to bolster if I do make playoffs or have a good playoff run. He'll help me a lot. But it helps Asa with more security. He's tied for the bottom.
That's
Right.
fair.
He needs,
He's got to do something.
He needs
He does.
more consistent scores.
I get it.
Yeah.
I would just hate to see Taylor leave. I would love to have him on my team. But
Just going to these points
You want
for
trade?
here.
Give you Joe Burrow.
I mean, we're at the point here that Baked Vet he's in the playoff picture. He's 4th place, and he is last in the league in scoring, to the point that I have almost 300 more points scored than him.
Asa did
points scored. Doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
You see, you guys with all the points, you love to bring up the points scored. Me, I don't really worry about that. It's all about the win column.
That's true. I mean, that is, at the end of the day, what matters. But
it's going to be real sad if he makes the playoffs and he fucks you up.
I would be sad. I would be very sad. You're not wrong.
It kind of disgusts me that he's even tied with me right now.
Yeah, I think he's getting it back in blood because, I mean, he's on that 3-loss streak.
I have definitely thought about it. If my schedule was different, I'd be in serious danger of that calendar.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Me and Steven both.
Yeah, for sure.
We both, I think probably half of our wins between us are against the person who put up the least points that week.
I'm right there,
too. Hex the
I...
league.
Yeah, me and him both got the good luck, for sure.
Right. Yeah, hey, baby. Sometimes you need that.
It's my first year. I'll take it.
But if
Ace has been playing fantasy football for years. I don't know why he fucked up so bad.
Alan D. Jens, 1453, second in the league in scoring.
Alan's team's consistently
Bad team puts him up.
140-ish point range, if not more. You know, he's got a great team. He's just... He says it all the time, but he legitimately does get the most unfortunate. People
Alan, yeah.
Just pop against him.
I mean, it is crazy because Al drafted Daniel Jones. Like, a lot of Al's guys went down, too, that we don't really talk about too much,
and he's still got absolute studs on his team. He's got Tyreek Hill and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Arguably 2 top 5.
Calvin Ridley on your bench. He's still putting up 140.
He got Calvin Ridley in the 5th round very early. And has been awful. Like, Al had, some unfortunate shit go down for him.
I think Al's biggest downfall ever was his QBs. He never had good QBs, even with Dan Jones. I mean,
yeah, no, he didn't. I mean, Kyler Murray had 1 week back, and he looked pretty decent, 17 points.
I think Kyler's going to be pretty good.
I don't want to jinx this,
killing it.
I think everybody's had a couple of big injuries except for you, right?
I don't. Darren Waller, I drafted real early. He went out.
Your tight end.
It's a tight end.
Yeah, you pick up a tight end off the waivers, and he still gets you 7 like everybody else does.
No, I've been pretty blessed in that. I wish there was a way to see like everybody I dropped, because I know I dropped some people that got hurt, and I was like, "There's no point of having 2 dudes on IR."
You didn't have like.
I didn't have any big name guys.
All your like top 5 picks panned out, right?
Yeah.
But we got to remember like the Nick Chubb. Who was that? I think that was Allen.
That was Steven.
That was Steven, yeah.
Austin with Mike Williams.
Well, Eckler missed like 3 weeks for him,
Eckler
too, which is his number 2 pick, I think.
I mean, nobody compares to John, though.
Oh,
John
no.
John pushed in.
John has had a rough go.
Oh, John. Every time John picks up somebody and they're looking good, it's just like...
They snapped their leg in half.
Yeah, no, for sure.
John, you're making guys lose millions of dollars. You can't say anymore.
He's hexed the league.
Yeah, no, he's just hexed like the NFL. Yeah.
So if we go now points against, now this is another way to look at the lucky unlucky. Jones for the chip on that unlucky end for sure. He's got almost as much points scored on him as the leader in points scored. And then you got Middleburg football team. Very lucky.
Yep.
That's pretty solid.
I'm right there.
And I'm right there within, 23 points. We got 3 guys right here.
Steven's been getting his come up in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Did he get to 5-0 or 4-0 before he started losing?
Steven, I think, got to 5-0.
He was sole leader in our league at one point.
Yeah. Let's see. Baked Vet.
He did get
4-0.
When we went up to his house, he got a beat down that week, didn't he?
Against Jones and for the chip.
Didn't he get like 230 to like 90?
That's when Austin put up his
236 to 109.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'll
change it. That's the only reason.
But then he bounced back and 1-2 again, so he was at 1.6
2
and
scrub
1
weeks too. Not his second week, but 115-109 against Brody.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, he had a couple 117 versus 116 against the Middleburg football team. less than half a point settled that one too.
Yeah, that was tough. I think I had a fumble or something too. I think all I had left was Joe Burrow playing. I think he fumbled or something like that.
Dude, tough. I mean that score is literally separated by like 2 QB kneels. It's like the difference between winning that game and losing that game. That is tough. But
I think there's been some very fortunate teams and some very unfortunate teams.
Yep, that's the way it goes every year.
That is how it plays.
A
lot of learning lessons. It is nice to see that pretty much all of the new guys, though, are pretty high in the
the new guys have been competitive.
I got to give it to Brody because at the beginning of the season, I was like, if anybody's going to be in last place, my money would have been on Brody, and here he is, 7-3.
Now, why do you say that? I wonder. Why do you say that?
Yeah, he had a good team coming out.
Well, no, not at like even before the draft.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know shit about football, but Brody doesn't know shit either.
That's fair. I was just curious on why, because you're not the first person to told me that. I've heard that from a couple of the Silly Billy boys.
Yeah, but you got Brody up there, you got me up there. We're both brand new to football. Yeah. Not even just fantasy, but football.
Oh, me too. I mean,
Tanner watched
I watched some football last year.
Giants. You only saw Giants.
What am I going to learn that?
Tanner.
How to score 10 points?
We killed it last year.
Yeah, we did kill it. It was a good time.
Michael's won 4 straight weeks.
Yeah, I think that.
I mean, those are the 4 new players.
That's tied for the best win streak in history.
Well, Alan's always watched football, right?
Oh, Alan's always watched and played fantasy.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing hurt
this
now
is Al's first competitive league,
is loving the Giants too much, and he knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least Steven really loves the Eagles, and they're a great team.
Yeah, if you got to pick a team to be a homer for, I mean,
right. Hopefully they're good.
Eagles do it for you.
Al's played in leagues before, but they were with randos, as far as I know. Like, he just joined random leagues and would play them. So this is his first competitive league, and I mean, he's killing it.
So there's some
Jones for the Chip, obviously, has played plenty of. Riggy Riggs has played. You guys have said Calendar's played a lot.
I don't think a lot, but he's played at least one other.
Okay. No, I think he's only done fantasy soccer. Has he done
fantasy soccer?
No, he's done Office.
He's explained it to us.
Like Premier League fantasy soccer?
Yeah, I think he explained it to me one time.
Holy shit.
He's done fantasy football with his like Office and stuff. Gotcha. Though. He's definitely played fantasy football before.
Okay. But yeah, so there's that. I figured I'd go right into the power rankings then because...
I should have known Brody was going to be good with the degenerate gambler he is.
Dude, I was nervous on Brody's team because he drafted, I think it was Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson, were his 2 starting QBs in the beginning of the year, and they were both like horrendous last year.
He kind of finessed Deshaun Watson out of there though.
Chris McCaffrey, we just got to pull this up. What did Chris McCaffrey put up in the first 4 weeks?
CMC has been winning Brody weeks just by himself. There's no doubt about it. And Travis Kelce. I mean, those 2 players are...
Yes, sir.
Those 2 players are just carrying Brody's team.
The first 4 weeks, Chris McCaffrey put up 26, 22, 23, 49. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, that's a
couple bad weeks, folks, with 13 and 14.
49 against.
Good for a running
those are his only 2 bad weeks. Are literally
and then back into the
weeks.
20s. Yeah, no, CMC is an.
His worst week is 13.8.
CMC is a beast.
I'd be happy with that from all my running. That's like beating projections. Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Now CMC, I mean.
Same thing. He's old too, right? He's 30.
Yeah, he's 1 year older than Saquon. I know that. He's getting up there, but I mean that's all bona fide.
As far as running backs go, though, like you normally don't want to go past like 28, except for these exceptions.
Yeah, 28 years old in running back years is like 37.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you got 2 blown out knees at that point.
This is a bona fide Hall of Famer, man. Like you get to watch Christian McCaffrey. It's like watching Barry Sanders. It really is.
But yeah, no, I think.
His team is nice.
And the Dallas defense, too. Goddamn.
Dallas D has
that's gotten you...
what's their position ranking? Oh, 2. I see it right on the right side.
Who's won?
Probably the Ravens.
Yeah, probably
it's
Baltimore.
Be, right?
Either that or like the Browns.
They had a couple negative weeks.
Same thing. I think was it week 4? Chris McCaffrey put up 49,
and his defense
put up 26.
Look at the first week.
That's insane.
37, yeah.
We don't got to talk about
that. I've never seen
a
defense score that high, I don't think.
Or the Cleveland Browns might be the top team, the top defense. The Cleveland Browns are...
They have a great D. I don't know if they've got, like, the fantasy-wise.
I'm pretty sure they might be.
Let's see.
Who has them, John?
Yeah, somebody has.
Defense.
No, I think John has them.
I want to see all... And then I want to see the rankings. Ravens.
It is Ravens.
Oh, Ravens, Cowboys, Browns.
Who has the Browns? I was talking about it.
Who's that? Allen?
FAFO.
I'm pretty sure that's Allen, isn't
it? FAFO.
See, I think we should all just make it like the first 3 letters of our name.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I always get confused when I look at it.
I have no idea who FAFO is.
I think it's Allen.
I hear like a podcast say a player I should look into, and I'm like, who has this guy? I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Let's see.
Is he FAF?
It doesn't even say.
Yeah, he's got Browns, though.
No, there it is.
Oh, no, FAF.
Sorry, Alan.
But, yeah, no, we got it. So, jumping in the power rankings, I got, you boys can agree, disagree.
Can we go to the standings?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. We'll go to the old... Yeah. Feel free to weigh in. I'll put this up points for it, too, because that's just usually the most...
I think that looks about right to me. The only thing I would change is So I would go Captain Commish, Coys, Laraway, and then I would go. I don't want to mispronounce. What if I want to run for office one day? and then
UPS president.
So number 4, I would probably put Michael. Then number 5, Alan would stay there, and then Steven would be 6. I would be 7, and then the rest of that looks right to me.
All right, I mean that's damn close to what I got.
I don't disagree with that.
So my power rankings as of now are Captain Commish 1, Coys 2, Najigbas in Paris 3, Alan DeGens 4, Touchdowns 5, Big Vet 6, Middleburg Football Team 7, Riggy Riggs 8, Joseph for the Chip 9, Calendar 10 is what I got for mine.
I would have Captain Commish, Coys, Snow Bunnies, Nick Jigbas in Paris. Then I agree with Alan at 4.
Yeah.
He's just been too consistent. Then Michael, Touchdowns at 5. Baked Vet is 6. Middleburg Football Team is 7. Riggy Riggs at 8. Jones and for Chip 9. Calendar at 10.
See, so I see you guys putting Alan higher than Michael. But I'm just gonna go off the last 4 games because that's usually what I do when I look at like players on the waivers and stuff. And like Michael, the last 4 weeks has just been absurd.
Alan's still been putting up like 140 plus for the past 4 weeks.
I mean, he's 20 points off being the top scorer of the league.
Yeah, I think Alan's consistency is
agreed, but that's the whole season. But with Michael's brand new
last
team,
4 weeks,
No, that's
Michael's brand new team is
he just leased it.
He's averaging 165.
I also understand why you're saying that. I'm not disagreeing with that either. I just for my own.
Last week I would have had him lower,
but
but after another week of those numbers, I would move him up.
That's fair. Well, I got a couple questions for you fellas off the top of the dome here. We already talked about a little bit. A few of these, so I guess I'll start with you, Tan. Who do you want to see on the calendar? We got a good idea of some of the teams that are in contention. If you had to pick, who would you want to see?
So I'm really between Jones for the Chip and Calendar.
Okay.
I think those would be great calendars. So I'm rooting for you, John. I want you to get another win or 2. Not too many though, because I don't want to be in last. I don't know. They both have so many good options I can think of. Ace has got all that red hair.
And he does.
He'd be like a sexy firefighter. It would look great.
That's what I'm saying.
But I would love to see Austin in some like
skimpy.
some like thigh high socks and some short shorts.
Something sexy. Something make me act up.
Maybe we go back to Middleburg and see if we can get some of those track shorts to put him in. Dude. Like some of the girls' track shorts, those spandex.
Facts, yo. We could probably get some of those extra small.
Yeah. You can pack the front a little bit, Austin.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
Give me something to look at.
If you want to stuff it,
yeah, dude.
Shit, I won't tell nobody. What about you, Larry? What you got?
I would really love to see the Middleburg football team on the calendar.
Do you think that's a possibility?
I do think it's a possibility.
Shit.
I think he's thinking he's more safe than he is, but
I told you earlier in this episode, I do not feel safe in the slightest.
That's spicy talk.
But he's tall, he's handsome, extremely photogenic. He just belongs on a calendar.
Got that porcelain smile.
You throw this man in Daisy Dukes in that flannel
with the beard too.
I would do it right for you boys for sure.
I know a couple.
You would not be disappointed, but I also don't want to be.
I know a couple teethless bros in Middleburg that I could pawn them calendars off for some big money. They see Tanner's ass on that calendar.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Sleeper pick, maybe. But
you thought you saw Dave Shaw touch himself before. You get a hand on that calendar. That's game over.
Sleeper pick. But
that is a sleeper pick. I like it. See, I've never even really considered Tanner to be there at the 5-5 because the gap is so large. So, honestly, I'm just going to stick with my guns, what I've been saying the whole season. I want to see Calendar on there. I think there's a lot of options, a lot of good stuff he could work with.
Get him in a firefighter outfit, red hair. Red costume.
Yep, red.
It's a nice look.
Red Power Ranger. Everything red. Just make it red. I'm in.
I hope if he does do it, there's some tasteful bush in there, though.
I would love some tasteful bush.
Love some tasteful bush.
You got to see the fire.
A little bit of that, like pull the front down a little bit, and see a little pelvis action. You know? Yeah. I'm in. I've seen the man in some Daisy Dukes.
I would love that too.
Y'all need to treat yourself.
Nice. That'd be nice forever. Like that's a forever gift that keeps on giving.
I love.
So how are we doing the calendar though? Because the season's gonna end and it will be already January. So by the time we get the shoot done and everything, are we looking to just put up a February pick and get the calendar going right away? No. Or are we going to hold it off for a year and get it next year for a full year?
I think I'm not going to put too many stipulations on it. I think for the punishment, you have to have the calendar done and giving people hey, if you want to buy one, give me money, whatever, I'll order you one or whatever. Before the start of the next fantasy season.
Right.
That has to be done
so
before.
At the draft of the next season, you should be bringing
punishment
20
has been
calendars.
paid in full. Yes.
All right, but it's also
at least before it's got.
We'll work out the money in the
I was going to say it's also a calendar though, so it's got to be close or at the start of the new year because it's a calendar. You want to be able to see each month. So I think January would make more sense.
Do we do a 2024 calendar or do we do a 2025 calendar? Is the question.
I think you force them to do it in January and do it as a 2024.
That's true, too, because we could do that, because I was thinking, the football goes past January, but that's playoffs, and we'll already know who's in last place.
But we'll have that calendar to remind us of the season,
Yeah.
To get us ready for fantasy.
I do kind of dig that.
You look at August coming around, you'll see one of these guys on there.
Yeah. No, I kind of dig that. I don't think it's to be that crazy. And nowadays, you can honestly take pictures with an iPhone and do them at Walmart.
I'll throw it out there too. I'll get my mom's yearbook DSLR camera.
Nice.
We'll do it legit.
Okay, I'm game. I like that. So yeah, there we go. Maybe we'll try to have it done before January. If it goes a little past, whatever, people get busy. But yeah, I'd like to get it done for the next year. And you have to have that paper.
So as soon as we know who's in last place, it's
I think they got
photo shoots going that weekend.
Absolutely. Let's go. Yep.
Okay. You either got to get in touch with me or go to JCPenney.
Oh hell no!
JCPenney ain't gonna let you get all weird.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They might, dude. You throw them that slip of a boy at 20, you never know, dude. Crossgates gets weird, dude.
It's gonna be a long day for you and whoever's in last place. I tell you that. Though.
Yeah,
You're going around to all these different shoots. Yeah. I don't want a calendar of all the pictures on your deck or something. I want. You gotta be going. Yeah, you gotta be going to some places.
Some variety.
Get some good backgrounds.
Drive to the elementary school.
Get some good lighting.
I want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Backdrops, everything.
Yeah, I agree. fellas. Next question here. I guess this is kind of more for you, Laraway. Having a good chance to win the whole thing in its first year. What does that almost mean to you? It's the first year is the most important one. Honestly, it's the starts the history.
Yeah.
When you had the first victor, that's the victor everyone's going to know the most, because the next year we're going to talk, hey, Laraway won. And the year after that, we're going to Laraway won and this guy won. Your name will be etched in people's minds,
I think there's a chance if I make it a playoff. I'm not super safe by any means. I'm right in front of two very good teams who are very hot right now. So it's not even a guarantee I make it to playoffs. There's a good chance. But I think the biggest thing coming into the year, and I'm sure Brody, I've talked to Brody about this, and some of the other newer guys, we don't really care so much about winning it all, just as long as we're not on the calendar.
Yeah.
That was the big thing, was not fuck up our team to the point where we're taking that photo shoot.
Yeah.
I would love to win it, but it's not it's not something I'm super hard set on.
Right. I'll tell you, I'm really excited with this punishment, and it gets me thinking of next year's punishment. What we should do. I got a couple ideas in my head. Been thinking about it. I was thinking, I might as well say nothing's lost. It's done. I was thinking maybe doing 5 to 10 minute open mic night where we all go. That would be hilarious.
That's so.
That would be hilarious.
It's gotta be.
And the whole league goes.
It's gotta be 5, because
5 minutes is fine.
So
long. 5 minutes is long, so we could do 5 minutes open mic night. That would be funny as hell. Or we could do another count. I was thinking the open mic night was huge in my head. I was
that would be fun.
That would be funny as shit. just to see
Go to
someone
like a-
either kill it or bomb. And
I'm
it's
going
your
to start
boys.
working on my material.
You
now.
got it. You got it. Dude, if we do agree on open mic night, I'm working on material ASAP as if I'm in last place regardless, because I'm not about to get embarrassed.
It's going to be bad.
I need some chuckles, dude. But the thing is, if the whole league goes, if it's open mic night, like
we'll
we're
be
gonna
ready,
laugh
yeah.
regardless, because it's like your boy's embarrassed.
Or it's going to be, you fucking suck. Get off the stage.
Yo, and you gotta endure it. You have to do the 5 minutes. So how about that airline food? Yeah, no, that'd be funny.
I
as hell.
think kind of on a similar page though, doing like some sort of draft order, because we did the Ducks this year, doing some sort of event where we could, like I've seen like videos of dudes who do like a gauntlet or something, and that's your draft order, so you can, you know, play it how it is, but doing something like that could be really cool. I've also seen videos of whole fantasy leagues, they go to fucking like Aruba and just ball out, and then they like do something to decide their draft over there. That'd be sick.
No, yeah, I've seen a lot of cool ass shit. Boys. I think this year obviously the first year is a little odd. You know, we're just ironing out shit. Yeah. But next year I do want to go up to 12. I want to get a 12-man league. It just makes it so much better and easier, because with a 12-man league you have 6 playoff teams, and it's like. Would you
want to switch it to like a super flex? Or
I would switch it. I would switch it to super flex. So
I was thinking about that actually for this year, though. We in hindsight could have done the bye week for the first week. For I guess there's only 4 teams, so there's only 2 weeks of playoffs.
Yeah, it would have been
tough to give somebody a bye week.
Yeah.
Because if we get 12 people and we do 6 playoff teams, you just do, one and done, not 2 weeks, and then the championship game we could have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's a doubleheader.
No, I think you set it up the right way.
Yeah, and then obviously there's just not enough quarterbacks for a 2 QB league. No. So we would switch, because I do like the fact that you could start 2 quarterbacks, so we just switch to super flex, meaning you could just throw a quarterback in the flex spot if you want to. So
at this point in the season, it's tough having 2 quarterbacks. Right. We're all hurting so bad.
No, exactly. I'm in another league, Andrew's league. It's
speaking for the majority of us.
But the couple people I've already texted a few of the guys that I'm thinking about bringing on. Obviously, the league will vote on who we bring on.
Yeah.
The one who's been most very interested is Michael Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I've talked to him a lot. He's said he's been watching a lot of football this year. He really wants to be in the fantasy league. Al talks to him all the time about it.
Yeah.
And, the boy, he wants to chase the chip.
He's been watching the videos, though. That's the question.
Is
he subscribed to Jake Thornton's YouTube?
Who knows,
Nah, Mike loves that stuff. He gets into stuff, like, super detailed. Yeah. He loves researing, and I think he'd be such a good fit.
He'd be a good guy, too, to have it. He'd be active. He would do punishment. He's a good locker room guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's a good locker room guy.
He's Udonis.
That gets my vote for sure.
Yeah. Well, you boys got anything else? We're about 1:10 right now.
Just remember to comment your favorite Thanksgiving food.
Oh.
And subscribe to the Jake Thornton YouTube channel.
That's right, baby. We're out here chasing that chip at all times, all hours, 24/7, 365. And that's been an episode of Confiding with the Commish, gentlemen. Keep your mountains blue, baby. Cheers.